Now to a developing story that we're tracking in Florida. A shooter has opened fire at a high school. There are reports of multiple fatalities. The CBC's Natasha Fatah is here with the latest. What do we know so far, Natasha?
We have confirmation from the police, Terry, that there are at least 14 victims as a result of this mass shooting that took place earlier in the afternoon at a Florida high school. Now, this is in Parkland, Florida, and the high school in question is the Stoneman Douglas High School. Now, they, in fact, said that there was a mass casualty incident which led the local media to report that there were at least 20 people injured. So we don't have official confirmation on that. The police are saying at least 14 victims. The important thing to note also is that the suspect in this situation has been taken into police custody. Earlier, there were images emerging of a man in a burgundy sweater being put into a police car and then later being put into a gurney, taken to hospital. We don't know if that is in fact the suspect, but that is a person that was put in the back of a police car and then later transported to hospital. So we continue to follow that part of the story. Now, beyond that, it's been a terrifying afternoon at this local high school where we understand about 3,000 students were in attendance at the time, many of them in and around the hallways, in the classrooms, when multiple students said they were hearing gunshots taking place. Some of them were able to record at least the audio of the gunshots as they were trying to hide under their desks, hide and barricade themselves behind their desks in their classrooms. We know the high school was placed under lockdown, but we also know a neighboring middle school was placed into lockdown, and terrified parents from right across the county came, but they could only come about a mile's distance away from the school because the police had put up a large perimeter. We counted initially a couple of hours ago at least 45 police cars. Multiple police units were at the scene trying to figure out just exactly what had taken place. So this is being described by one of the local papers as an American nightmare unfolding in the middle of this Wednesday afternoon. Again, very few details in terms of the motive behind this. There are now reports emerging that, in fact, the shooter was a former student at the high school. So we're waiting to get official confirmation on that. It seems that one of the representatives from the county's office might have said that, but they believe it's an 18-year-old male and possibly a former student. We're waiting for further clarification on that. At least 14 victims, that number could go up. There have been reports of multiple fatalities, but again, that is coming from politicians and other people who are in and around the scene, not specifically from the police or from a hospital. So still lots of details to clarify for you, Terry. We'll continue to do that.
Great, thanks. Thanks, Natasha Fatah in Toronto. Appreciate this very much.
You're welcome.